All right. So, welcome to tonight's call. It is Wednesday, call number one of two. We are, what is it? Wednesday, July 29th. So, almost the end of the month. Super exciting because we have a lot of good things happening. Heather is at Success Club 10. Woohoo! Rachel hit Success Club 6 for the first time, so very exciting. And I believe, Nicole, you've maybe hit what? 6, Sarah?
6.
Nicole? Awesome.
Yeah, I hit 6.
You've been a coach for how long?
I've only been selling for 1 week.
Yes. So that is awesome. And I already have one coach under you. And I'm cutting out. So I will try not to cut out. Okay. And so anybody that hits Success Club 5 this month gets a little prize from me. I'm planning to go to the post office on Friday. So I'll be mailing out t-shirts to anybody who wanted a t-shirt. So let me know if you want one and remind me of what size t-shirt you want, and your address if I don't already have it. Nicole, I have some team t-shirts. You have a choice. You can either, when you hit Emerald, everybody gets a t-shirt for free. So you can wait to get a shirt from me once you hit Emerald, or you can, I believe they were $18. So if you want one sooner, then let me know. Just shoot me a message and I'll mail one out to you. They're pretty cute. Let me show you.
They run very small.
They run a little small. Something got on this one, so I'm owning this one now. They're a little snug, but hey, that's more accountability for you to get to your goals. And now we can order our next size.
Hey, you got to show off that pack.
What's that?
You got to show off those new 6-packs.
Exactly. So those are the t-shirts and the free gifts. Whoever hits 5 or has hit 5, hopefully I'll get those out to you by the end of the week too. If you have not hit your Success Club, it's okay. You still have 2 days. A lot can happen in 2 days. So if you're inviting and sharing, letting people know, following up with anybody that has not, has ever asked about 21 Day Fix or Extreme, message them because it is not going to be on sale for a while, I think. Even Carl made a point to put that in one of his posts that you probably aren't going to see this on sale again anytime soon. So make sure you share that with your customers. It's $20, maybe not a lot some, but other people, you get Shakeology plus the whole program for $10. So it's a great deal. So it's not too late to hit Success Club. In terms of groups, so if you guys all saw on our accountability group, I put a post out about to all your people. So reach out to anyone that you have in the accountability group and tell them their options. Their options are to stay with their, whatever those 4 are, stay where they are, pick a new program, try out the coaching option, or bow out. And if people don't respond, what do you guys think? Do we take them out? How do you feel about that? Or do we leave them in?
I think we leave them in.
Okay. All right. We'll try that.
If they don't respond?
If they don't respond to you and asking you what they're doing and they've never posted in the group, I don't know if we should leave them in or say, haven't heard from you, I'm taking you out of the group, but if you ever are interested of starting back up or wanting to participate, let me know and I'll keep you in.
Yeah, I'd probably give them 2 tries and then take them out.
Okay, so maybe after next month we'll reevaluate and see how that goes. So that starts Monday. I think the new contest for next week, I'm going to do a recipe contest. Could be food recipes or Shakeology recipes. So maybe share your favorite recipes, share what you're cooking, share anything like that. And as people are posting and sharing, we'll do the same thing. The person that posts the most gets to pick from the giveaway. Or we'll see let me see how the first week goes. And at the end of the week, we'll decide how we're going to, or maybe anybody posts a recipe, we put them in the giveaway, and then we kind of pick randomly. That might be the way to go too. So that'll be what I think we're going to do for next month for the recipe contest. Monday, we'll start the new coach group. So if you have anybody that wants to be in the new coach group, I'll put something out there. Add them in. If anybody wants a refresher on Coach Basics, no problem. Get in on there. It'll review some of the Coach Basics. So any new coaches that want to be in there, we'll add them starting Monday. I'm going to try and add a weekly new coach call. So maybe in between this call and the next, we'll do like a 9:30 new coach call for answering new coach specific questions, kind of reviewing the basics with them if I have interaction and people interested in doing that. So that starts Monday. So you have probably up until like through the second week to continue to add new coaches into that group. So as you get new coaches, keep adding them in until like mid-August. And then after that, we'll add them to the, September new coach group. But it's okay because they can kind of review the last week or so and then jump in, to the group. So free group. Jamie, you want to share about the free group maybe that we're going to try and do?
Yes. So it's going to be back to school ABCs. And so it's going to be abs, butts, and calves. So we're thinking 10 days.
Perfect.
At the max. So if you have already created it, so should I just invite all of them?
I wouldn't do that because
should I invite everybody and then?
Well, what I would do is share your picture. Just share your picture.
That's what I meant. So how do I? Okay.
Just click and share the picture in the thing, and everybody can create their own event from the picture. Okay. And then once we get closer to the group, we'll see how many we have. If we have a lot, we may do 2 separate groups, or if we have, we're good, we'll just put everybody in one big group. But when we share events, then other people.
How many do you think is too much?
I don't know.
Like how many participants is too many participants?
I don't think for the free groups it's ever too many, just because I like the interaction and it's only 10 days and it gets people going. Sometimes people get a little overwhelmed with all the notifications, but we have a post now that clearly teaches them how to change their notifications if it's too much. So we can always put that in. But I feel like in the right corner when you're in the group, it says notifications, and you click on it, and it could say stop notifications, notify only for certain things. So we can post that. So if people are overwhelmed with all the posts, they don't have to get a notification every time somebody posts in it.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, that's something to think about. I like when we have a lot, and I like when we have a lot of coaches, because then we can also kind of post other motivational stuff and everybody can kind of be in on the group. We try really hard. I've been working really hard to make sure I say the team rather than contact me or contact your coach. So now we know that we have lots of coaches in here. We'll start it from the very beginning being contact your coach if you have questions, contact your coach. So that way everybody knows that you've been put in here by separate team coaches, but it's a team effort. So, if you want to participate in the free group or add new people, we do have in the file section, I did a tutorial on how I do free groups and how I create events and how I follow up with all the people that are signing in. So watch that because it teaches you how to add new people for the free groups. So that's going to start August 10th, right? Jamie?
Yes.
Okay. So August 10th.
Yeah, you're cutting out pretty fast.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, August the 10th.
Okay. So we'll stay posted with that, but go ahead and create your event and watch the tutorial if you haven't watched it yet, because it'll teach you a little bit more about how to do a free group. Okay, am I cutting out? Okay. It's hard for me to tell if you guys stop moving or not. Okay. And then in terms of like, if anybody have anybody for size yet? You have one? Okay, so you have a choice. You can either add them to the In Partnership We Shine size group if you want them to be a part of just size, or if they want to be in our accountability group, because right now we don't have enough for a size accountability group. So talk to them, ask them if they want like just a size group or to be in a great big team group. If we get more people with size, stay posted and keep posting and asking, because maybe we'll come together with a separate size group. But if not, we'll just add them to our current group. All right, so everybody knows 21 Day Fix ends Friday. Okay, so Team Cup starts August 1st. What it is no different than what we're already doing, but it's just a way to pump everybody up and kind of encourage yourself to push yourself way harder than you would push yourself any other month. And, you know, records show anybody that pushes hard in Team Cup, their income increases very much so in the next following months because of it. Your business will show if you push hard during that month. So first thing, make sure you guys are all friends with each other on your team. So if everybody's accepted, we're all friends. Maybe keep communication through your messenger, kind of have something ongoing with each other. The first thing we're going to do is make sure you guys set your goals as a team for the month. I don't know if you want to base it on what kind of prizes you want to win. Sometimes we look at the prizes and we're like, hey, we all want to win this shirt. So our goal is going to be to meet this fifth, whatever the requirements are for that. And then in our team group page, we'll have a little maybe friendly competition going on between the three teams and see what team of the three can get the most, and maybe, play some games, find some ways to get, like we saw at Super Saturday, they talked about, their goal was to get the most no's they could ever get. So set your goal, 50 no's. Well, 50 no's will get you maybe 5 yeses. So we'll do things like that as a team, and then you guys as a smaller entity can push each other and encourage each other further. So hopefully it'll be fun and no pressure and just another way to build your business. So this Saturday, we went to Super Saturday. So I asked Rachel and Heather if they would just share like a takeaway they took away from Super Saturday. Nicole's Super Saturday is just like a half-day event where you go and learn about, they have, speakers and motivational speakers, inspiration, people that have had success stories, and then also they always have some sort of training. And then they do a workout at the end, but it's a really nice way of adding, bringing people, sharing Beachbody with other people, but also kind of re-energizing yourself and great information, and it's usually pretty fun. So, all right, Heather, you want to share a takeaway?
Sure. I actually just posted this on Facebook, but the one big thing that I have been thinking about since we went was they said at the conference, at the end of my life, what will I want people to line up and thank me for? And it kind of goes back to why and why you even started your journey with Beachbody. And during the training, they talked a lot about kind of how to build your business. And even just a couple months into this for myself, I feel like that question really resonates. And for me, it was just kind of a taking a step back and really looking at what my why is and how I'm posting it and how I'm portraying that. Because it's so easy to jump into a business like this and just look like a salesperson, on Facebook that you're selling Beachbody. And so that was the biggest takeaway for me, was just kind of replacing Beachbody with you and your why and giving value to people around you.
Great. Awesome. Rachel, what about you?
Well, kind of piggybacking off of what she said, Danielle had mentioned that when you are posting the so what factor.
Yeah.
And so that's what I've been trying to do this week, is like posting things and then well, why would people care? And kind of adding something about that, like, well, so you did that, so what? What purpose is there in that? So that was my big thing. I've been thinking about it a lot.
Yeah, and you can tell because your posts have like, I mean, and I know you've stepped out of your comfort zone a lot and posted stuff like your workout and stuff like that. And I think it makes a difference because I do that. I did that tonight too because I wasn't sure. I wanted to post 21 Day Fix, but I was like, okay, the stock photos, all the stuff that they tell us not to post, how am I going to do it? And I asked Catherine if I could use her post, her before and afters. And I was like, okay, so that's going to, so what? Well, that's awesome. Somebody sees that, they're like, that's your so what, But if they see a stock photo of 21 Day Fix ending, they're going to be like, great, who cares? I'm over it. I've seen this picture a million times. So those are, awesome takeaways. I keep thinking about a lot of the different things we heard then. And one I took away was definitely the, oh gosh, what was his name? The guy, the one from Pio, the one with the black eye.
That's all I can think of.
Jimmy Hayes Nelson. So he talked about how he, he's like in the Millionaires Club. And I think it just kind of opened my eyes to like, he talked about how that night he was partying and Summit the first night partying, got hit in the face, had a black eye, he doesn't even remember what happened. So he talked about his struggle, apparently struggling with alcohol. So it just made me think like, okay, just because you're successful, just because you're in the Millionaires Club does not mean you have this all figured out, and does not mean like it's a constant process of learning. It's a constant process of growing. And like, part of like everything is your why, and your why continues to grow, and like everything changes all the time. So that was pretty interesting because I was never expecting to hear that from him. Somebody that was like, big time and all this stuff. And he just flat out was like, but he also shared it. He shared it on social media that day and he got support. And instead of people talking down to him, he got support and he was able to really build his community even further. So it was pretty cool. It's if you can ever go to a Super Saturday, don't miss it. I think the next one is October 17th. So put it on your calendars from now. So I don't know how much time we have left, but I'm going to try and go over one of the trainings from Summit, and I'll see how much I can get through. But it was kind of a talk about challenge groups, which is where I got the, let's figure out where we are now, the 1, 2, 3, 4. I got that from this, but they also talked about the social media and how to post, and then like also the inviting process. So I'm going to walk through a little bit of it and see how far we can get tonight. So when we're having groups, we want to invite 2 weeks out. It's kind of hard with our ongoing thing. So even though we're advertising a group starting on the 10th, once you get people in, we just let them know this is kind of an ongoing group, but we refresh it every month. So we just kind of, adding the 10th kind of gives people a little fire, like it's a little fire under people to know that they need to get things done sooner. But, I don't know how else to word it. Maybe challenge group starting soon or join our challenge group, but whatever it is, you want to invite, send personal messages through social media. So a couple social media missteps was the no stock photos. So try and get out of that habit. Every once in a while, I don't see a problem with it. But, try and make them more personal. Try and think of the so what test. Like if somebody sees it, are they going to say, so what? I don't really care. Don't post links. Nobody's going to click on a link and order from you, right from your website. They're just not going to do it. They're going to want it. You need to have that conversation first. So click on
All right, I'll be back in just a minute.
No problem.
I'll be back in just a minute. I got to just take care of a child.
No problem. So don't post links. Impersonal, make them personal, make them about you. That's what you're selling. You're not selling Beachbody. You're selling you to people. And that's what, you know, you want people to know. I'm going to try and screen share here and show you a couple of the stuff that they posted. Can you guys see this?
Mm-hmm.
You can see my screen? Okay. Okay, so some of the successes, oh no, that's not it, sorry. All right, here's one of the successes. So social media wins. As you can see, like you want to post results before and afters, people's progress, workout photos, your own challengers. Ask them. If they won't want you to, ask them if you can blur out their face. Like you can put a sun on their face, put a picture over their face, you know. Post workout poses, something maybe mid-workout, whatever, something like that. And one thing they said actually this weekend was be perfectly imperfect. Like it's okay to share your picture that you went to. Oh, Jamie's not on anymore? Or is she on? Oh. Well, it's okay to show the picture from Chick-fil-A that you ate French fries. And like, it is what it is. I posted the other day a picture of me with a beer and pretzels. It's okay to be imperfect. People relate to that, and people want to know, oh, she's not always eating, you know, carrot sticks. Like, so be perfectly imperfect. So here are some other social media wins that they posted. You know, as we grow, we'll have more before and afters for sure. But you can look online for before and afters, but the more personal they are, the better for sure. You're welcome to share my before and afters anytime if you ever want to do that. So stay consistent. You know, if something doesn't work, it's okay. Try again the next time. You know, try again. Like, another day, or change it up a little bit. Like, don't give up because nobody's liking your posts. Just change them and see what works and what doesn't work to all of your people. Then the next step is getting to know your people. And this is kind of the invite process and the process of, you know, making sure that people understand that you're there more than just for a sale. So people are waiting for them to be invited. They need an invite. Somebody is not always going to reach out to you. Sometimes they will, but they may not. So it's always good to reach out to them, let them know what you're doing. So here's some suggestions, questions you can ask. What kind of time do you have to commit to a workout? Because if they say they don't have time, well, perfect. We have lots of workouts that are 25 to 30 minutes. What will losing the weight allow you to do or feel? Can you please talk me through your big goals? Outside of losing weight, what do you want? So with that, you're finding out their goals, you're finding out their limitations, their struggles. And when they say, oh, that's just so expensive, I don't think I can do that. Okay, well, I totally understand that. But how do you feel how do you think that this will help with your goals? Will it be able to help you run around with your kids? Is that worth it to you? So it can kind of help you get them to their why and help them to see why they really need these products. And then from there, you can help, you know, find the program that's right for them and help encourage them to, you know, give it a try for 30 days because you may see a difference in how you're feeling. You may see a difference. Maybe financially they're talking, oh, I can't do it. Well, have you ever thought about being a coach? Because you could sign up as a coach, get the discount, and then, you know, you also maybe could make some extra money if you're struggling with finances. So kind of asking these questions will help you lead to where their limitations are, where their struggles are, and also will help you get to know them when they're starting the process and they do purchase. So the next step, let me see if I can find, this is one of the slides, relate and match. So you want to listen to them. I don't know if you guys have ever heard the feel, felt, found, but start, you know, oh, I don't think I can do it. It costs too much. Okay, we have 10 minutes, so I'm going to try and talk fast. I know how you feel. I felt the same way when I first saw the price tag, but here's what I found. that I paid $4 every day at Starbucks, and instead of that, I'm putting it towards my Shakeology, and my life has changed. So, you know, that's kind of a good strategy. I'm breaking up. Okay. Is that better now? So try using feel, felt, found. I find that does help a lot when you can relate to people. And, I felt the same way. And here's what I found. Help them find a program, confirm their order. If not, let them know you'll follow up with them later. So, hey, can I follow up with you in a couple weeks? You know, get them excited, start them in a group. So that's where, you know, the group challenge group comes into place. And then, okay, I don't know how well you guys can see it. It's kind of blurry. But so these are just some things we want to do engaging our people in the groups. Make sure you're checking your posts daily. So check in the group daily for your people. Make sure you're commenting on them. Make sure you're encouraging them. Create a workout schedule. So help them create their workout schedule if they need it. Make sure you're drinking your Shakeology, you're checking in, share your progress. If you're struggling, make sure they can see you struggle too. Be present, and you know, you're the same way, you're taking those same baby steps. I think there was one more. So then inspiring them to become coaches, and that's where you kind of identify. You have been posting awesome personal messages, inspirational messages in our group. Have you ever considered becoming a coach? You make a great coach. You're already doing it. You're already doing the 3 vital behaviors. You're already helping others. Maybe this is something you'd want to think about. So highlight their results, give them shout outs, put a shout out in the team page or in the group page. Awesome job. I'm so proud of her. She's been so encouraging, that kind of stuff. Because that just builds people up more and makes them feel like they're already doing what we're doing. And ask them, be like, hey, I'm going on vacation for 5 days. Would you mind posting a couple motivational posts in our team page or in our group? And then from there, they'll be like, oh, I'm pretty, and you come back, be like, you're already pretty much doing what it takes. Are you interested in maybe thinking about becoming a coach? You know, so that's a way to do that too. Those are a couple tips. So I think that's, and then the last step was what we're already doing is with the 4 steps and bowing out if they're not interested any longer. So I think that's all I have. Do you guys have any questions about what I just shared? I kind of went through it really fast, but no? Okay. Any questions about anything else that's going on? I did not share this yet, but August sales are going to be size for $140, and the 3-day refresh with Shakeology will be $140. So, you know, if you've done it before, maybe share some of those pictures or your results from before. I just ordered one. I was like, perfect timing. I can share it, that I'm going to start it probably the end of August. So that's a great way to be like back to school, get your refresh. You've been drinking all summer. So, that's what's on sale for August. So I think that's it for this week. If you guys have any questions, nothing else? Yeah. All right. Thank you for sharing, Heather and Rachel. And so I did have a quote I'm going to end with is change is inevitable. Change is inevitable and growth is optional. So think about that. It's obvious that you guys change will happen no matter what, but you guys growing and building your businesses or building yourselves or building your health is up to you. And so you take those steps, little or small, and you will get to where you want to be. So that's it for tonight. Thank you guys for getting on. And if you have any questions or need anything, let me know, and then we'll get stuff started for our next coming groups. And we'll talk soon. All right. Good night. Bye, everybody.